The artists in the park are really the best. You know, the potters, the painters, the glass artists, all of them. They produce extremely high-class stuff.
We artists early on had the run of the place. I started teaching right inside the red and white doors under the crystal pool sign. And on a nice day, we would open the doors, and I think back then is when the plink, plink, plink of stone carving started filling the air here in the park.
My partner Tom Kerner and I formed our company, Got a Swing, back in 2005, and we had been presenting dances here at Glen Park at the Spanish Ballroom.
I took over the transition from Pots Unlimited Limited to Glen Pottery in 1975.
I first came to the park to work for Adventure Theater. They had a puppetry division, so to speak, and they brought in guest puppeteers to direct for them. And it was actually at that very first auditions on that very first show that I met Christopher Piper.
The two of us decided that we were going to create a company in 1983 which would develop a program for children in the park.
I do costume for the company for human actors and puppets and some of the scenery, and love adding that detail. Even though you don't always see every button and piping and trim, it does wow even from the back of the theater.
As the program evolved and the park evolved, we've evolved right alongside the park.
With no question, I think that the thing that Tom and I could point to as our biggest achievement here at the Spanish Ballroom at Glen Park is having the opportunity to enjoy bringing together dancers of all ages and all experience levels.
I think we're most proud of having more than 2 million children and their parents coming through our doors. I mean, we are really bringing theater to a lot of children for the first time.
We've had people who have gone on and established their own potteries, who've made it a career that started here, that evidently were influenced very much by the park.
We've got some really, really dramatic stories about one mother said to me, my son was suicidal, and he found out about swing dancing, and we started coming to the dances here, and it's literally saved his life.
Parent calls up crying, "My child spoke for the first time in sentences on the way home because he had to tell me about the puppet show."
This was a child on the autistic spectrum who hadn't spoken before, and for the first time just was effusive about everything in the puppet show.
This park, it really is an anchor for the community. It's become an integral part not only of this community, but for our student population.
So always something new, always something to see, and you can pretty well bet that it's going to be good.